What's going on, all my geeks, nerdettes, and the wonderful technicolor rainbow between? This is your boy, Dragon the Keyblade Maker, and I am back. This week, I'm going to be doing something a little different for you guys. Last week, I did a cup for you, something simple to start off with. This week, I am doing a Pokeball. I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. You know, there are other ways to do this. I'm going to show you two of the easier ways to do these. And, this will be something that you guys can do on your own, something easy to kind of learn how to make them. I'm going to be doing it right about the size of what they should be, which a lot of people say should be about the size of a baseball, give or take. So that's what I'm going to go with here. So first of all, I'm going to start off with a standard sphere. I'm going to smooth it out a little bit. Pull up closely. You can see that there are some layers right here. Those are known as the steps, as they state right here. This is the default layering for it. You can go as high as 20. You can go high as 24. You can go as low as 3. I'm going to go up to 24 because it gives it a little more rounded of a shape. And once it's printed, you can sand it down. There's no problem there. So, like I said, they say roughly the Pokeball is the size of a baseball, right around there, give or take. So, and most baseballs are around 3.5 inches ish. So that's where I'm going to go with just, for ease of example. So, first of all, I'm going to bring this out. This will be the base, kind of like the foundation of the Pokeball. So this is going to be a little smaller than 3.5 inches. I'm going to put this at about 3.25, and 3.25 this way. Focusing on it. Then I'm going to raise it up to 3.25. Just give us that even circle, even sphere all the way around. Once that is set in place, what I'm going to do is, well, first I'm going to come over here, change the color, change it to black. That's just the way I do it. So it gives me a good idea where I'm at if I color coordinate it with, the actual reference prop. So what I'm going to do is come down here and get a half sphere and bring it onto the board. Now for the half sphere, the X and Y axis, I'm going to make it at 3.5 inches. So use up to 3.5 by 3.5. All right. Now for the Z-axis, some people will suggest doing it, just doing it half the height being half the size of the diameter, which would be about 1 3/4. I'm doing it a little short, so this would be about 1 5/8. You'll see why in a second once I put everything together. All right, so I'm going to lift it up a little bit, overlay it with the sphere. Make sure it sits kind of evenly all the way around. Just kind of look around. Yeah, looks like we're about even all the way around. Then I'm going to bring it up. So where it sits even with it, then I'm going to bring it up one more. So it sits just above it. Okay? And as you can see, that would be the outer shell of the Pokeball. Now, from what you do from here is you come up here to where it says duplicate or repeat. And basically it's just you're copying the shape. And there are two ways you can do this. You can either come over here to where you see the arrows, so you can rotate it around like that. Or you can come over here to where it says mirror. Click on that, and if you look at it, you can shift it, you can flip it on the X and Y axes. Basically just turns it for a shape like this. If you're working with a square, you might see, a triangle, you might see it notice it flips it or puts it at a different angle. But if you switch it on the Z axis, it basically does the same thing as you rotating at 180 degrees. So, either way is fine. That's just whatever your preference is. So you're going to click on this, bring it down to 0 where it sits even with it. Then again, bring it down one more to where it's sitting, just below it or what. And as you can see, we're at 3.5 inches. You check down here as well, 3.5 inches. So we're a perfect circle all the way around. And what you can do after this is bring it up so it just sits flat on the board. And there's basically your shell for the Pokeball. Now, from here, like I said, normally I color coordinate it, so I'm going to quickly change the colors of everything to make it look more Pokeball-ish. Alright, as you can see, it's already starting to come together for that. After that, you come over here to the whole cylinder. Over here, you can lay it. I usually put about a 1/4 inch. That way, you know, there's a little room for error. And bring it down to 90 degrees. Then you'll lift it up. And try to get it relatively even with the side of the Pokeball. And try to center it as best you can. If you want to make it a little more rounder, you can come over here to the sides, and it'll just make it like more of a circle shape as opposed to like a polygon or hexagon or something of that nature. Now, for something like this, I would bring it down to about 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. Actually, you know what? No. I'll do about 3/4 inch. There we go. And then kind of rotate it over, rotate it down. Now for this part, you want to make sure you highlight the hole as well as the 2 outer shells. You can go ahead and group them together like so. Now, if you want, you can leave it the color as is. If you want to make sure make sure the reference is even, and there you go. You get that little hole set up for the Pokeball. Now, what you can do is come down here, grab the regular cylinder, and basically assemble the process. You know, now this one I'm going to bring down to about a 1/2 inch. So you can see we're at a 1/2 inch on all sides. You know, you don't have to flatten this one out because where it's going to be sitting, most of it is going to be hidden anyway. So you want to bring it up, have it in the center, just like that. And then if you want, you can change the color to it. Now, to create the little button in the center of this, what you can do is you can come up here to duplicate again. I would usually bring it down to maybe like a 1/4 inch. So, and if you want, you can either bring that out, or you can drop the other half back, and you got yourself a Pokeball. See, very simple, very straightforward. It took us maybe 5 minutes to build it all together. This is one way you can do it. This is what I think is probably the easier way because you don't have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between grouping and ungrouping your shapes. Now, the other way you can do it is, grab your sphere like you did at the beginning. We're gonna do the same thing with the foundation. Bring it out to 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This part is all the same way. Now, and from here, instead of getting 2 half spheres, what we're going to do is we're going to copy. We're going to duplicate this sphere and bring it up, the copied one out to 3 1/2 inches. Boom, boom, boom. There we go, 3 1/2, and 3 1/2. And then we just up and over, and then and bring it down one. Now from here, what you do is you grab another cylinder hole, and for this one, we'll be making it 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. But we're going to make this one only a quarter thick. Then what we do, bring it up about halfway. Put it in the center there, kind of focus on it, make sure everything is lined up pretty evenly. Looks like we're fairly good to go. Well, let's bring it down maybe one. Yeah, right about there. Then do Control Shift on the bigger sphere, pop, and there. Sometimes you'll get this. And if you ever get that on a design or something like that, real easy way to do it is to ungroup it, highlight just the shadow part, and just bring it out a little bit. Bring it out one on each side. Very simple, very easy. It'll clean up the print. And one more side. And then you just do the same process again. Regroup it. Boom. And after this, it's the same process as with this Pokeball. Turn that black. Well, since we can't really change shapes on each side, we're going to turn this into a Premier Ball. So we'll make that red. Make this part white. And then we're going to highlight both. Bring it up. And like I said before, this part is the same as the other part. Bring it down, like I said, we did it at 3/4 inches by 3/4 inches. We'll rotate it 90 degrees. Bring it up. Over. Make sure we're centered. And then group it with the outer shell again. And since we already have this one set over here, what I'm going to do is just go over here. Oh. Over here. Copy those. And just bring it over here. So we hit that one and boom. There you go. Pokeball is done two different ways. Now, like I said, whichever way you prefer is fine. These are just two of the easier ways that I've noticed to do a Pokeball. And either way works. As you can see, you get a good result either way. And then from here you can do whatever you want. If you want to do like a Team Skull Pokeball, you can throw some Team Skull designs on there. If you want to do an Ultra Ball, a Master Ball, a Great Ball, a Pokeball, a Safari Ball, whatever you want. From here on, the creativity is completely up to you. This is just a basic layout for a Pokeball. All right. As you see, it wasn't that long. Maybe 5 minutes on each one. Excuse me. And that's basically it. There's nothing hard here. It's very straightforward. I did it with basic shapes. And even if you want to make a Pokemon, Pokemon Go Pokeballs, which I've done. If you check my Facebook page, Keyblades and Key Daggers LLC, you'll see the designs that I've put on there. But that's basically it. If you like this video, if you like this tutorial, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share, all the good stuff. Like I said, I try to post these weekly. If I don't, and I will try to post them within 2 weeks of each other. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, Side note: I will possibly be attending I believe it's called Costume Con in North Bethesda on April 1st through the 4th. I will give you some more information on that. So if you guys are attending that, feel free to stop by and say hi, ask questions, if you want, and I will see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys later. Remember, stay nerdy, people.